Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. And inside of today's video, we're going to be looking at the most underrated and overrated brawlers in the meta. To be honest, I just needed to make this video for like a week now just to rage at Squeak, because I think Squeak has got to be one of the most overrated brawlers I've seen in existence at Brawl Stars. I don't know what it is with this season in ranks. Everybody on my team is picking Squeak. Yes, he might get some good damage stats. Yes, he might be good as a late pick, but don't pick Squeak early on in the draft. I don't care if you have good damage stats. I don't care if you just think he's the best brawler in the game. He's not. He's just mid. He's like, okay. He's really good as a last pick, yeah? When there's no aggro picks. I'm just talking to a lot of people in the comment section. I know they think Squeak is good. And some people are like, yeah, Squeak's good because his gadget wind-up is like a Mandy super. Yeah, I understand that. But what you guys don't understand is that Squeak gets pressured so easily, that it's just too easy to counter. Like, anyone with a brain cell can counter the Squeak. Seriously, he's so overrated. I mean, his hypercharge is okay, yes, but there's just, there's so many icks to him. I just get more frustrated that people just go him no matter what. I think it's because he's an easy brawler to play, and like I said, you're always going to have good damage stats, but that doesn't matter. That's not going to equal a win in a certain game mode. Like, if you can't deal with that pressure, and especially with so many hypercharge brawlers and assassins, tanks running at you, you know, Squeak can put out a lot of damage, but he's not going to be confirming kills. He's not going to be able to put up with the amount of pressure that all of these brawlers do. You know, like Carl's at the top of the meta, Drake, all of these new hypercharge brawlers as well, and people are still picking Squeak early on. It is so annoying. It is incredibly annoying. There's no way I can defend that, unfortunately. Maybe if I threw my super, but then he had an open goal, so there's no point doing it. But now I have my hypercharged super, so time to pop this, and then my gadget as well. That can be some really good damage. I mean, again, I'm not saying he's absolutely terrible and unusable. I'm thinking more so in ranked. It's just annoying. Like, you should not be picking this brawler anywhere near as much as people have been picking him. So, yes, no rank gameplay today because I'm very short on time. But I had to just get my Squeak rant out there. I just had to. Just please stop picking Squeak unless it's last pick. It's just... So jumping into the next brawler who's incredibly overrated in this meta, I'm going to go with Stu. So, kind of recently in pro play, well, it was at the LAN, Stu just was barely picked. He just barely picked, but the thing is, my random's still going a lot of Stu. Like, if you're a good Stu player, you can make it work against a lot of different things, but the problem is, Stu, again, just takes so long to get his hypercharge, but you barely get it in a single game. You just, even if you're the best Stu in the world, it will take you very, very long to get the hypercharge, and then you've got to consider as well, Stu already, before the hypercharge nerf, like, he was good, but he was always one of my, like, most hated brawlers in the fact that people just pick Stu into anything, and, like, he's easily countered if, like, the right team composition, if the opponents got a couple of aggro brawlers, there's just no way you'll have the damage to deal with anything with Stu. You can just see here, like, the lilies, the ollies that are in the meta, there's just a lot of brawlers at the top. Stu just tickles them. He just tickles them, and his hypercharge isn't enough to compensate for his lack of damage because it takes so long to get them. Like, see here again, like, these brawlers are just going in on me time and time again, and I'm facing off against 3 tank aggros, and look, I'm 3/4 to my super. That is pathetic. I should have it by now, surely I should have this. I can't believe how long it takes me to get, but here's hoping I can at least get one in a game to try and do something, but probably not. I'm just going to break this just because I'm just holding on to this gadget for too long now. At least my Mortis is chaining him a little bit here, and we might be able to score. Mortis, there we go. I've got a hypercharge super. I best not waste it. It's taken me nearly 2 minutes against 3 assassins, so let's get some good use out of it. Okay. Good joke, Spen. Please be, please. Thank you. Okay, wasting my super bug. Get it back. Now it's time to try and get a kill onto this Ollie. I don't even kill him. Let's just keep spamming. I mean, the hypercharge is still really good, right? But how often are you going to get it? That's the thing. Like, that's what Fang mains are really annoying me about. They're like, oh yeah, Fang's hypercharge is really good. Yeah, but what's the point of having a good hypercharge if you never charge it? Same with Sam mains as well. I mean, I kind of feel bad for you guys, but when the hypercharge super is that strong, I can kind of see why they've nerfed it. Okay, Mortis' hypercharge is just completely busted. Love to see it. Right, enough ranting about Stu. I just think he is definitely overrated now, and he probably is in his worst state he's been in years, to be honest. That's going to be Stu. Let's jump into another overrated. Now moving on to the final overrated brawler on the list. I've gone with Brawl. So I know I probably will make it work here, and he's good in Brawl. But I'm just talking in the sense like when I first did my best 15 Brawlers video at the start of the meta, a lot of people were like, how come Brawler's not here? Like, Brawler is insane, blah, 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 blah. But that normally is just because people are excited about the rework and they think it's really good and people don't know how to counter it. And I know probably on my ranked video that I did with Brawl, I didn't really do him the most justice. I played him pretty bad into some bad matchups, but that just goes to show, like, because of the meta around Brawl, it's still hard for him to pop off. It just is, because a lot of brawlers can just counter him really easily. But look at this. I'm able to chain supers pretty easily. Against noobs, he's very fun and he's very good. But against good players, he's not that great. So let's pop our hypercharge super here, and we should be able... Oh, I was about to cycle through to his second one right there, but I think my Mortis has got it. Okay, no, Rico has definitely got it now. But yeah, I just think he's not good enough for ranked. I don't see enough pros playing him. It's just a bit meh. Too easy to counter most of the time. But in Brawl, very fun. And definitely been upped like 1 tier. It's like C tier. But yeah, that's going to be the overrated. Let's hop into underrated. So now we're going to be moving on to your underrated brawlers, starting off with Mo. So Mo has to be one of the least spoken about brawlers I'd say in the game right now. I don't see him played in my pro games. I don't see... Well, not pro games, my rank games. Sorry, I'm not pro yet. I'm washed. Unk, okay? Oh, look, speaking of Unk, there's 2 Unks. What? Okay. Okay, Brawl Stars, I see you. But Mo is incredibly underrated because I actually think he's half decent. Like, people were saying, a few content creators were saying F tier for Mo, and that is just ridiculous. I know he doesn't get picked in pro play, but I even think the pros are sleeping on him a lot of time. Like, he's a good option. He could be that versatile brawler that can still counter throwers thanks to his super. I think the biggest problem is that he just hasn't got a hypercharge. Nearly every brawler in the game has a hypercharge, but he's getting his hypercharge in a month. So once he does get his hypercharge, I'll be claim here of underrated brawlers where I think he was actually good before the hypercharge. You get what I mean? Like, you know, when some people do that? Yeah, actually, maybe it's a bit of a stretch. But he's not as bad as people make out. Maybe he needs a little bit of love to help him thrive a bit more in the meta, but he's not horrible at any means. He's very, very usable. And the good thing about Mo, as I always say, is that the other star power boosts his range, so that just makes him incredibly versatile, because it's a lot harder to counter a brawler if in draft they can switch gadgets and star powers to suit different needs. Those brawlers are always a little bit stronger in draft thanks to that. So we're going to use our super here on the B. Okay, that was a terrible super, but we should be able to score that thanks to the Kenji. Beautiful. So Mo, absolutely underrated. I still pretty much like him. I'm not saying he's anything like good, but he's a definition of underrated because he's never spoken about. People think he's F tier, and he's really like high C tier, maybe low B tier at a stretch. So yeah, underrated for sure. Let's hop into the next. All right, guys, jumping into the next underrated brawler on the list. And this is a funny one because Willow, people always say she's underrated. So if anything, that used to make her overrated in the past, but now she's officially underrated. This is thanks to her HP buff that she received not too long ago. The hypercharge isn't that useful. It's mainly the HP buff. So what pros have been doing is they've been going Willow first pick on maps like Triple Dribble and a few other Brawl maps as well. So she's fully returned in that meta, and then she's just good on thrower maps like Open Business, Parallel Plays, because she's really hard to counter when it comes down to draft. Like, she's just so hard to kill when it comes down to her super being able to just push your enemies away from her. She's able to get easy goals with her super and Brawl Ball. Her gadget also wastes a lot of utility. Yeah, you might die afterwards, but you know, the opponent, they're going to waste the super, they're going to waste the gadget, they're going to waste the hypercharge, etc. So let's hypercharge super here on the Draco, and I might be able to score just in time. Okay, we didn't manage to get the goal opportunity there, but yeah, you can see why I also rated Willow's hypercharge pretty low, because I don't know, it's just still Willow's normal hypercharge. Like, what does it even do? I don't even know myself, to be honest. Okay, we have a Draco with a hypercharge ourselves here, but their Draco is proving a bit of a problem. So I'm just going to pop gadget here because it does buy me a bit of time, and I kind of just saved that Draco's life and give him full HP back, but at least it buys us a bit of time there. Yeah, I'm just going to aim for the enemy Draco, just because that's free supercharge there. Beautiful. Our Draco's hypercharge is just completely and utterly broken. And yeah, I mean, I could actually put Dracos on the underrated, but that's because it's only day one of the no hypercharge, and people will finally learn just how strong it is. So I'm going to put my gadget here. That's actually probably going to save me against that Draco. See, some good utility there. If you had to run away. Okay, hypercharge super time. Let's wait a second. Might be able to use it on this Drake. I'm hoping Drake will pop super. And then I can hypercharge super. And yeah, pass me the ball, please. No, not going to pass me the ball. Okay, I've just wasted my hypercharge super again. What does it even do? What does it even do? I was hoping for so much more for a Willow hypercharge, please. Okay, I mean, these guys are just absolutely down bad. What can they even do against my Willow? Easy, easy, easy. Right, so Willow's got to be really underrated. She's actually banned out in pro play because she's that good as a first pick. So hard to counter. But yeah, definition of underrated right now, finally. Let's jump into the next. Okay, so now moving into the final underrated brawler on the list. Another one that tends to go in and out of it in a way. But I think she's insanely underrated right now. I'm not seeing her in my ranked game still. And I've been playing a ton of rank the past couple of days. And I've not seen anyone pick her. And she's so versatile. She's so good and so hard to counter. But maybe like, there's a couple of brawlers like Amber. I'm trying to think of a few more. Maybe like, snipers don't really, she's good against snipers actually with her Spider's gadget. But you get what I mean, like I'm just not seeing her nowhere near as enough. And especially in Heist, like people should be picking a lot more Charlie in Heist because she has good range and she's a perfect defender. With the Heist meta recently changing, a lot of people just go Charlie even before the buff just for a good defensive brawler. But people in my ranked games, they're not going it. They are just not going Charlie and I don't know why. She's a perfect defensive brawler, especially when there's so many brawlers like Miko, Lily, Melody who are just able to get onto the safe really quickly. Charlie's a perfect brawler for that. She also got some hypercharge rate buffs in the past. You know, all these small buffs have definitely made her a pretty good brawler in the game. So look about hypercharge. It's able to eat all of a Stew's ammo up, which is just absolutely scrumptious. And Juju should be able to just score that in now. Beautiful, but yeah, really loving Charlie right now. Even myself, I actually tend to forget she exists sometimes. So maybe I'm also underrating her. Let's hopefully my teammates can defend this. Oh, no, Daryl. Okay, it's too far away. Beautiful. Okay, and then we should be able to get that Daryl kill as well. And I'm able to cycle through to another hypercharge. So the good thing about Charlie is that she's just so hard to purely counter because of her range buff now. It's just beautiful. So that's going to be it for today's video. Again, apologies that it's not in ranked. Got so little time. Man's got to get married, okay? But I've been thinking about this list for a while now. I've still been playing a lot of Brawl Stars, so my opinions are pretty good on this. So let me know down in the comment section below who's underrated, who's overrated. But yeah, I'll see you guys later after I'm a married man.